welcome back to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. Today we've got Thompson Bros Dornoch. It's a secret Speyside 11-year-old whisky bottled at 48.5% ABV. There's been no hints at what distillery it is, or at least no hints that I can see. But we'll get down to the nose, the palate, the finish, and we'll see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. It's been matured in refill sherry casks, and it's also £50. I think you can pick it up as cheap as £45, but it's about £50. So we'll get straight down to the nose. There's olives there. It's a little dirty. There's some grist. There's rattan furniture, which I think is quite a strange scent, but maybe it's not rattan, maybe it's more... Now, the reason I'm saying rattan is because I've got some in the garden, but I'm pretty sure it's a plastic replica. It's not the actual wood. So it's that kind of thin, weaved plastic furniture that you get. That's what I'm smelling. There's some matchsticks there as well. A little bit like a kind of sulfuric element. It's definitely distillate driven. I don't think the casks are too dominant. There's sour lemon drops as well. It's quite umami, a little savoury, and I actually had to get some turmeric because I was smelling it and I was trying to think. There was definitely a spice that I could relate it to, but I wasn't sure what it was. And it is turmeric, I believe. Just right at the back of it, it's not as overpowering as pure grounded turmeric, but it's definitely there. So yeah, I had to get this just to double check. It's not the first time that's happened, to be fair. We'll go to the palate, see what the palate's like. It's quite oily in the palate. It's a little chalky. It's a little salty. Once again, that umami from the nose being consistent in the palate, that kind of savoury element to it. There's some sweetness from mango, but it's nothing in comparison to that huge, bold umami flavour that I'm getting. It's also quite a dirty dram. It's the plasticky rattan note. Is it rattan? Is that how you say it? No, it has to be rattan. Goddamn the Scottishness. The rattan, the matchsticks, the sulfuric, it is quite a dirty dram, and I'm not sure if that's the distillate itself or if that's coming from the refill sherry casks. The finish is actually medium. It's not entirely that long. There's still quite a lingering sulfuric element to it. There's also a little bit of creaminess as well, but it's nothing, once again, in comparison to that umami. It's very savoury. It reminds me of something like some sort of like Chinese dish, because I always feel that when I go to the Chinese, I'm quite parched and I need more water, and I feel like they're quite a salty, savoury way of cooking. Unless you get something like a kung po, something that's sweet and sour, obviously it's going to be quite sweet and sour. But the majority of Chinese cooking for me is quite umami, quite savoury, and it's reminiscent of something like that. When I first opened this, I wasn't too set on it, but it has somewhat grown on me, so we'll get down to the review before I completely ruin it. So if you're new here, how I rate whiskies is on 3 factors. Would I buy it again? Do I think it's worth it? And would I recommend it? If we get 2 out of 3, then it's a Whisky Win. If we only get 1 out of 3 or less, it's a Whisky Bin. So would I buy this again? That's pretty easy for me. I wouldn't. I've had it and I'm fine with what I've had. I don't think I need another bottle. Would I recommend it? It's maybe a difficult one to recommend because I was looking online at this, looking at various reviews, various different articles on it, or maybe not articles, but reviews is probably just the right word, people reviewing this whiskey, and it's torn a lot of people. Some people love it, some people hate it. Maybe it is like Marmite. I'm somewhat on the fence with it. I think I'm enjoying it. I think Dornoch described it on their website. I've not got it here, it doesn't say in the bottle, but they've described it as like quite an easy, they say easy sherry Speyside sipper or an easy Speyside sipper. I don't think it is easy, not for me. I think that sulfuric element doesn't make it easy. I think if you're sensitive to sulphur, you're not going to enjoy this dram. If you're not as sensitive and if you actually like sulphur, then you'll enjoy it. So I think I probably will say that I recommend it, but it obviously comes with that caveat if you like sulphur or not, because I think it's quite, and I don't mind sulphur, but I think it's there. And do I think it's worth it? £50, I don't feel hard done by. Like I say, I'm kind of on the fence with this whiskey, but I would still recommend it, and I don't think £50 bad for an 11-year-old Speyside. What Speyside do I reckon it is? I've got no idea. I want to hazard a guess at Glenrothes, but I could be way off. So yeah, that's all I've got to say in this one. It's a whiskey win on this occasion. Like I said, sort of on the fence, but it's got the win. So thanks for watching. I've been Stuart. This has been Whisky Wins. I'll see you later.